Can you believe it, babe? After 7 long years, you're finally going to graduate college with a doctorate. I'm so proud of you.
Thanks, Giselle. I know it's kind of surreal.
I know. I have as well.
I bet I know why you've been looking forward to me finally graduating.
Yeah. I promised that I wouldn't mention anything about our wedding until you graduated. And, well, guess what? You're graduating. So I can now go on full bridge mode and finally get started on planning our wedding. I'm so excited.
I know. I am too. It feels nice to actually start living our lives. I'm sorry I made you wait so long to get married though. I know you would have done it ages ago if you could have.
It's okay. It made sense that you finish college first before we started planning our wedding. You need to be able to concentrate on your assignments and work there. Now we can actually have the wedding we want without having to worry about you failing any tests or anything.
That is one of the things I'm most grateful for. No more tests. I mean, apart from all that says I'll have to administer on my patients. But hey, at least I don't have to take them.
So, when is your graduation ceremony anyway?
Oh, I think it's sometime in July. How come?
Oh, well, I wanted to make sure that I could book the day off of work so that I could come and see you walk across that stage and get your diploma. It's one of the most important days in your life, after all.
Oh, wow. I'd love for you to be there if you could. I'll give you the official date once I know it.
Of course I'll be there. I can't let my husband graduate without cheering him on.
By cheering, you mean silently waving or at most clapping along with the rest of the crowd?
Nope. I mean cheering loudly and proudly like a crazed fangirl.
Oh, joy.
You know you love it. Anyway, do you know how many people can come and watch you graduate? Like, is there a set amount, or can anyone come?
I'm not sure. I think there might be a limited amount of free tickets available per graduate. But I think there are tickets that can be bought as well. How come?
Well, my dad said that he'd like to come and cheer you on as well. He likes you, in the short amount of time that you've seen each other, and he wanted to see you graduate too. I mean, you're going to be his son-in-law soon enough.
Oh wow, that's really cool of him.
Yeah, it is quite sweet. Secretly, I think he just wants to get onto the campus and have a look around for himself to see what all the big fuss is about, and whether or not he missed out on anything.
Huh? What do you mean missed out on anything?
Oh, yeah, you don't know. My dad didn't go to college.
What?
Yeah, he kind of skipped that whole thing and went straight to work. I think by going to your graduation, he just wants to snoop about the place and see what all the hype is about. Honestly, I don't think he really missed much. At least not for him anyway.
So your dad doesn't have a college degree?
That's
kinda, I don't know, pathetic?
Excuse me?
Well, I just mean that anyone who wants a job worth anything needs a college degree. Otherwise, you just end up a loser in a dead-end job with no chance to move anywhere or further your career. Only the dumbest or laziest don't go to college.
Wow. Are you really saying that my dad is either dumb or lazy because he didn't go to college?
Well, I don't know. Maybe? I mean, he seems like a reasonable guy, so I just don't get why he didn't go to college. It's not that hard to get into one if you actually try and if you have even a little bit of smarts about you.
Peter? I'm going to have to go now, because if I don't, I'm going to end up yelling at you a lot.
Simply because I'm telling the truth. I'm sorry if you don't like it, but it's a fact only those who go to college can achieve anything in life. Those who don't go down to the bottom of society and don't deserve to get anything more than minimum wage. If they're not willing to put in the effort to learn and better themselves, then they shouldn't be paid any more than that.
Where has all of this come from? I never knew that you were so elitist.
It's not elitist to be smarter to want to do well in life.
No, But it is elitist when you spout off rubbish like you just did, saying that people shouldn't be able to earn above minimum wage if they haven't been to college is ridiculous. There are so many people in the world, successful people who haven't been to college, and they are doing better than most. Going to college isn't the be-all or end-all of someone's life.
College is the best way to determine someone's worth and value in life. If they don't go to college, whether it's through choice or because they simply can't afford it, it doesn't matter. They simply are meant to climb higher in society. And I would happily see too that they don't.
So basically, you'd purposefully keep my dad in a rubbish job, even if he proved that he was able to handle things that were way above his pay grade, simply because he didn't go to college.
Look, it's not fair to use your dad as an example, but if you want me to be truthful, then yes. If he hasn't been to college, then he doesn't deserve to earn more than minimum wage. I would keep him in a lower position just to make sure he and others like him knew this.
Oh boy. So I guess I should tell him not to bother going to your graduation then. You wouldn't want a loser like him to show up and embarrass you. Not to mention he should probably send your graduation present back. A poor and dumb person like him simply couldn't get you anything useful.
I know you're just being facetious at the minute, but yeah. I don't really want your dad there now. All my friends would just make fun of me if he was there.
Oh my gosh, Peter! Like seriously? You're honestly telling me that my dad doesn't deserve to earn more than minimum wage just because he didn't go to college? Isn't that a bit elitist of you? I mean, come on! People can be intelligent and capable without a fancy degree hanging on their wall.
Look, Giselle, I'm just being honest here. Going to college opens up doors to better opportunities and higher paying jobs. Your dad made his choices, and he shouldn't expect to be on the same level as someone who put in the effort to get a proper education.
Oh, Mr. High and Mighty, thinking you're so superior because you have a piece of paper that says you graduated. Newsflash, Peter, education isn't the only measure of someone's worth. Some of the most successful people in the world didn't go to college. But I guess you wouldn't know that from your old-fashioned perspective.
Look, Giselle, I get it. You're trying to defend your dad, but let's be realistic here. If he wants to earn more and have a better job, he should have pursued higher education. It's as simple as that.
Oh, yes, because a college degree magically guarantees success and happiness. Is that what you think, Peter? Well, I hate to burst your bubble, but life doesn't work that way. There are plenty of successful people who didn't go to college. And there are plenty of college graduates struggling to find jobs. Everything is just temporary. Don't you know that?
You just don't get it, do you? It's not about guaranteeing success, it's about increasing the odds. Going to college opens up more opportunities and provides a foundation of knowledge and skills that can be valuable in the workforce.
Oh wow, Peter. You're so wise and enlightened. I'm sure your friends would be so impressed by your shallow judgment and snobby attitude. Who needs a loving and supportive father at their graduation when they can have a bunch of friends who make fun of them instead?
You're twisting my words. I didn't say I don't want him there because my friends would make fun of me. I just meant that it might not be the best fit for the occasion.
Well, Peter, it's clear that your priorities are all messed up. I'll make sure to let my dad know that his presence at your graduation isn't needed. Heaven forbid he embarrasses you with his lack of a college degree.
No, Giselle, that's not what I mean.
Uh-huh, of course. Well, fine. I'll tell him. I hope it's worth it. I've gotta go now. Talk to you later.
Yeah, sure.
So, I've sorted out the florist for our wedding. She's really nice, and she has the best flowers in town, including the ones that I love the most. So that's one thing we can check off our wedding list. Oh, and I lined up a cake tasting at a local bakery for this Sunday. So make sure you're free for then. And I've also got to arrange a day to go looking for wedding dresses. This is so exciting!
Yeah, it sure is.
Is everything all right, Peter? You're not getting cold feet already, are you?
Actually,
What's up?
look, Giselle, you're a cool girl and all, and we've had a lot of fun. And at one point, I really did think that I could see you spending the rest of our lives together. But over the last few weeks, I don't know, I've started to feel a bit differently.
What are you saying?
That's just if I'm gonna be with someone and possibly build a future and have kids with them. I want to make sure that it's the best possible future that I can have. I want my wife to be from a smart family so that any kids we have can be smart and driven too. With your dad not going to college, it just got me thinking that maybe you're not the girl for me. I don't want to risk having dumb or lazy children who don't go to college to get a good job like they should. Like me.
Are you actually saying what I think you're saying right now? You're dumping me? Right as I'm planning our wedding? You're going to dump me?
Dumping sounds kind of harsh. Maybe you just say like, we've grown apart and we're going our separate ways?
All of this simply because you couldn't get over the simple fact that my dad didn't go to college?
It's important to me.
Clearly. In fact, it's so important that you're going to leave me over it. Well, fine. If that's how you feel, then you can go and find some snooty elitist girl to look down your nose at everything with. In fact, I'm glad. This is the kind of person that you truly are, then I think I've actually dodged a bullet with you.
I didn't want us to end on bad terms.
You don't get to decide how I feel or what kind of terms we end on. You want to go and be with some boring college girl. Then fine, go be with one.
What? Do you really want to break up with me?
Oh, of course, Peter. I'm sure the perfect girl for you is someone who spends her days talking about GPA and internships while looking down on anyone who didn't go to college. How thrilling!
Look, it's not about looking down on anyone. It's about finding someone who shares similar goals and ambitions. I thought we could have a future together, but if you can't see eye to eye on this, maybe it's better to part ways.
Oh, Peter, you're breaking my heart. Please, go find your perfect little college princess who can validate your inflated ego. I'll be just fine without you.
Giselle, I didn't mean to upset you. I didn't want us to end on bad terms. Can't we try to work through this?
You don't get to decide how I feel or what kind of terms we end on, Peter. You made your stance clear. If you want to go and find someone who fits into your narrow-minded worldview, then go ahead. I deserve someone who appreciates me for who I am, not someone who is so up their own butt.
Giselle, you're overreacting. I never meant to belittle or invalidate you. We can find a way to compromise and understand each other's perspectives.
No, Peter. I've had enough. I refuse to be with someone who prioritizes their own ego and judgments over love and acceptance. I'll find someone who appreciates me and values me for who I am, whether they went to college or not.
Fine, Giselle. If that's what you truly want, then I won't stand in your way. But just remember, love should be about understanding and growth, not about tearing each other down.
Trust me, Peter. I know exactly what love should be about. And it's not about someone like you. Goodbye.
Giselle.
Have a nice life.
Giselle! Giselle! Please, answer me. I know it's been a little while, but I really need to talk to you right now.
What do you want, Peter?
How could you not tell me?
Tell you what?
Maybe the fact of who your dad actually is?
What about it?
Giselle, your dad is the owner of the local hospital. How could you not tell me that he was so important and clever and high up in society? When you said that he hadn't been to college, you made it sound like he was lazy or dumb. But that can't be true if he's the owner of the hospital.
I never said that he was any of those things. You assumed he was and never gave me a chance to actually explain the situation.
But how is that possible?
Because my dad's a genius. He didn't need to go to college because he was smart enough to skip it. He was given an honorary college degree so he could become a doctor. But he didn't actually have to go there and attend the lessons. That's why he was curious about what it looked like.
I can't believe it. Why didn't you tell me?
Because I wanted you to be with me for me, not because of who my dad is.
Well, this changes everything. We can definitely get married now.
Whoa, hold up. What are you on about?
Getting married, of course. It was what we planned to do.
Yeah, that was before you showed me what you were actually like. Now I don't want anything to do with you.
But we would be good together, don't you think?
I did once, not anymore. Not after what you did.
What?
I told my dad what you said, and he couldn't have been more disappointed in you if he had tried. So, even if I wanted to marry you, which I don't, there's no way my dad would allow it to happen anymore. He wouldn't want me to be with someone so low class and lazy that they couldn't even be bothered to look past the ridiculous preconceptions to entertain the possibility that perhaps college isn't for everyone, and people can still make their way in life without it.
Well, can you at least put in a good word for me so that I can get hired at the hospital? There are only so many positions available, and I really want one.
Yeah, not happening.
What? Why not?
Well, surely you're smart enough and driven enough to get one of those spots all by yourself. After all, you have been to college.
Oh, come on, don't be like that. I didn't mean anything by what I said.
You meant enough. And I don't want to be associated with someone who thinks they're so much better than everyone else. I'd rather be with someone who's kind and caring and loves me more than anything, even if he hasn't been to college. Anyway, after telling my dad what you said and did, it wouldn't surprise me if he didn't hire you simply on principle alone.
No, you're misunderstanding me.
Misunderstanding you? Oh wow, Peter. You're such a catch, aren't you? Leaving me over a disagreement about education. How noble of you! Well, congratulations. Because if that's the kind of person you truly are, then I'm relieved that I won't have to deal with your snooty elitism anymore.
Giselle, it's not about finding someone snooty or elitist. I just have different values and perspectives when it comes to education and career aspirations. Look, it's not about thinking less of others. It's about finding someone who shares similar goals and ambitions. I thought we could have a future together, but if you can't agree on this, maybe it's best to go our separate ways.
Oh, Peter, I can't believe it. You're breaking my heart. Then go find your perfect little college princess who fits your stupid requirements.
Giselle, you're being like that again. Making a fuss out of nothing. And I never mean it. It's just that I need some time to consider things. Of course, we can make an effort to overcome this, right?
Well, I don't think so. Trust me, Peter. I know exactly what love should be about. And I won't be surprised if you don't even have a job in my dad's hospital. He'll never allow you to set foot in that place.
So, you mean I have been blacklisted? Are you serious? Giselle, please talk to your dad. Let him know that I didn't mean to insult him or question his intelligence. It was just a joke that got out of hand. I truly didn't mean any of it.
Oh, sure, Peter. I'll just go tell my dad that you're sorry and everything will magically be okay. Do you really think a simple apology will erase the hurtful things you said? You questioned his intelligence and motivation, and he doesn't take kindly to that.
Giselle, I'm genuinely sorry. I didn't realize how much it would affect him. I never intended to cause any harm. Can't you at least talk to him and see if there's a chance for forgiveness?
Well, Peter, let's see. You insulted my dad, questioned his worth, and now you think a half-hearted apology will fix everything? Sorry, but you're going to have to face the consequences of your terrible attitude all by yourself. It's time you learn that being college educated doesn't automatically make you smart or wise.
Look, Giselle, I may have made a mistake, but that doesn't mean I'm unintelligent. I'm capable of learning and growing from my errors. I never claimed to be the smartest person in the room, but I do have the ability to reflect on my actions and make amends.
Oh, please, Peter. Spare me this self-righteous speech. Your words have consequences, and now you have to face them. Maybe this will be a valuable lesson for you to think before you speak, and consider the impact your words can have on others.
Fine, if you're not willing to help resolve this, then I'll take responsibility on my own. I'll reach out to your dad directly and apologize sincerely. I'll show him that I understand the gravity of my words and that I'm genuinely remorseful.
Oh, I'm sure that will go splendidly. Good luck with your grand apology, Peter. But let me tell you, it's going to take a lot more than words to repair the damage you've caused. Maybe you'll learn that being educated doesn't automatically make you intelligent in the ways that truly matter.
I'll do whatever it takes to make things right, Giselle. Whether or not your dad forgives me, I've learned a valuable lesson about respect and the power of words. I'll work on being a better person, with or without your approval.
Well, it's about time you realize that, Peter. But don't expect me to hold your hand through this process. You're on your own now. Anyway, I've got things to do, so I'm going to go now. Have a nice life. I hope you find that college-educated girl you've been wanting. Bye.
No, wait. Giselle, don't leave me like this. I'm so sorry for everything. Just forget all of them and begin a new life with me. Will you? We used to love each other so much.
After that incident, I decided to keep my distance from Peter. Occasionally, I would catch glimpses of him in town, but I made no effort to engage in conversation. Our once close relationship had been irreparably damaged, and it was clear that things would never be the same again. Interestingly, I heard through the grapevine that Peter had applied for a job at my dad's hospital. Despite my dad's professionalism and impartiality, Peter's past remarks and behavior seemed to have left a lasting impression. While my dad didn't personally intervene to prevent Peter from getting the job, it seemed that there were others who were more qualified, intelligent, and capable, and they ultimately secured the positions. This turn of events put into perspective the notion that going to college alone is not a guaranteed ticket to one's desired life. It highlighted the fact that success and fulfillment can be achieved through various paths, and higher education is just one of many routes to consider. Each individual's journey is unique, and what works for one person may not work for another. It's crucial to recognize that people's worth and capabilities cannot be solely measured by their educational background. Some individuals thrive in the academic environment, while others may find success and satisfaction through alternative paths that align better with their strengths and passions. It's a reminder that we should all follow our own paths, embracing our individuality and making choices that resonate with our own aspirations and values. In the end, it's essential to respect and appreciate the diverse paths people choose to take, recognizing that everyone's journey is valid and valuable in its own right. Whether one chooses a traditional educational route or pursues alternative avenues, what truly matters is finding fulfillment, growth, and happiness in one's chosen path.